So went to the African drum circle yesterday. This happens every single Sunday in First thing that happened when I took my shirt off is everyone got pissed the fuck off at the drum circle. The fucking, leaders were like, excuse me, we've been doing this for 25 fucking years and, we want respectable behavior. I'm like, okay, watch me, motherfuckers. The women were pissed the fuck off, okay? And not all the women, just the women who were kind of like holding the drum circle, I'm like, listen, the reason why I have my shirt off is because I'm allowed to have my shirt off. I'm exercising my rights, okay, to have my shirt off right now. And he starts laughing and she rolls her eyes and they both walk. Because the fact of the matter is neither one of them can fucking stop sexualizing me enough to even fucking hear anything I'm fucking saying, to the point where they're like, when I say that I'm exercising my rights, they even sexualize that. They're like, oh yeah, right to get fucked. And it's like, no. Anyway, just again, no fucking respect. Even when I explain, that I'm a political activist, women's rights, here's my card, no, just still fucking eye rolling and treating me like fucking shit. Anyway, that happened, but also another thing that happened was I kind of like did a parade, a parade of one, where I like kind of fashion model walked through the entire park and everything, and it was a time, it was a moment. People were definitely like, the record stopped like every time I just fucking came into somebody's view. It was hilarious. And there were three women who kind of like were sitting by their bikes, hanging out, and they waved to me. And so I came over, I gave them a card, told them what I was doing. And one of the women was like, wow, my daughter was just telling me today how, she wished she could have her shirt off. And then up comes her daughter. Her daughter is, I think, about 10 years old. So her daughter and her little friend come up at that very moment on their bikes. And her mom was like, look, you can have your shirt off. And the little girl was like, oh my gosh. And then it was kind of like such a moment, because at that time it was like us, the little girl, like all the people around us were like, okay, so is this 10-year-old girl gonna take her shirt off now? Like, what's happening? Like, she didn't take her shirt off, but it still like sparked the question in everyone's mind, and it was really awesome. And it was really awesome because a couple of times some men came up to me, men who were from Africa, and they were like, wow, actually in Africa, women do this all the time. Definitely if you would go to kind of, out of the city centers and stuff, women would just be living, their cultural lives, and just, they'll just put clothes on to go into the city. And then when they come back home, they take their shirts off and just chill the fuck out. They're like, it's so great seeing you. And I was like, yeah. It was really fun. So I'll definitely be back and, to disturb the peace, etc., etc. Create the peace, disturb the peace. Basically just whatever it is, it's peace all the time. Okay, and I also met a really awesome new friend yesterday. Her name is Amna. She's a cannabis activist here in DC. So she facilitates a group where, women can come together, work with the plant, talk about sexual trauma and just kind of like, just getting this stuff out there and dealing with the PTSD and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm really, really excited to be connecting with her, and she's having a circle, I think, next Wednesday, so I'll definitely be going to that and reporting, about my experience there.